Yeah, good afternoon, Jim. KC9. Jump in and say good afternoon. I'm running a different headset. Hey, good afternoon, and I'm running a different headset this afternoon. I think the audio is better on this one. And I do have blocking capacitors ordered, so I'll be making up a new set of cables here. Back to you, KC9VKV, V3PCP.
Yeah, Roger, sounds good. Does sound, I think, better than last we spoke. That headset, I guess, made the difference. Did you have a chance to check your blocking capacitors or do any modifications to those?
Well, like I said, I've ordered some 10 microfarad blocking capacitors, so I'm going to remake the cables and use the 10 microfarad. That should fix any chance of low frequency roll-off. Going from 2.2 to 10 should take care of that. So, but the headset I was using last week was a Logitech headset, and I kind of knew that the audio was pretty pinched on it. So this is actually a different headset. It's a Sennheiser headset, and it seems to have better frequency response. So just wanted to drop in quickly and say good afternoon, and I'll hopefully have the new cables made up before next week. KC9VKV, V3PCP.
Roger. Yes, that headset does sound a lot better. Stand by just a moment, please. Kilo Charlie 9, Victor Kilo Victor. Yeah, I was going to go hunt the whoever it is. It's 2KC one way or the other from where I am, and just as give me a hard time. But unfortunately, it's not on my receiver. I'm not copying the mail on the person on my local receiver. It's coming out of Pennsylvania. So anyway. The best laid plans of mice no men. And then it's so difficult. Some radios, when you get off the beaten path and you go back to find the frequency you are on, it's so delicate to get just right to those, line up all those zeros.
Yeah, Qso, well, it's especially difficult if you have an analog VFO on it. My Kenwood TS-850 has an analog VFO, so it's always a challenge, but, you just tune by ear. That's what we always did before digital readouts. So anyway, but thankfully the TS-850 here has a nice digital readout on it that's pretty accurate. So anyway, Jim, I won't hold you up, and just wanted to do a quick drop in and say good afternoon, and we will maybe check in again next week with the change in cables with a bigger blocking capacitor. 7:03 this afternoon, KC9VKV, V3PCP.
Roger. I think changing the headset really worked wonders. It sounds a whole lot better with that new headset. So I would definitely run the new headset. And then the blocking capacitors should add a little more bottom to it, and so you should be just perfect. 73 up that way, sir, and thanks for dropping by. Have a good afternoon, great weekend, and if you get a chance, join us next Friday. Between now and then, thanks for the recording URL, and check that out. Someday we have to get one that's kind of full band. I don't know if you can do that or not, but something with a little higher sampling rate, Roger?
You mean as far as the audio level, or the audio comparison, or frequency response is concerned?
Yes, sir. Yeah, that was, I forget, I couldn't see what the kilobits were, but that was fairly low kilobits. I don't. Is that? Were you using the recording capability of the receiver, or did you have an outboard audio recorder?
I use OBS software, so it's recorded right on the PC. and the audio from the receiver also goes through the same blocking capacitor cable, so that would probably affect the audio response a little bit. So we'll see how it is once I get the blocking capacitor switched out, see if that makes a difference on the spectrum. And I'm also recording today's as well, so just so I have a comparison between last week and this week. But anyway, I will, once I get things changed over, I'll check in next week and we'll record that as well and see if we can notice the difference. KC9VKV V3PCP.
Roger, Roger. I think if you could, listen to your part of the audio quality. It is a very high rate of sample, but the receiver part seems to be a lot lower. Now, I don't know how much processing your receiver was doing. I run mine as fairly open as possible. No noise flank, no noise reduction, no filtering. That's we usually have pretty good recordings. The other thing is the AGC. We try to keep our RF level below compression, so we don't get suck up between the words. Roger.
Suck up between the words. Roger.
I haven't done any of that. I have my AGC set on mid-scale, and my RF gain is turned up, but when you come back to me here on the next over, I'll adjust the RF level, and maybe that will alter things a little bit, QSO.
Roger, Roger. I don't have my AGC turned off, because there's always somebody that's going to come in at 60 over. But what I do is I put my AGC recovery on slow, and then if you can hear the bandpass noise come up between the words, I keep running my RF lower until there is no suck up between the words, and then just bring my audio level to where I need to. Actually, I have my my RF and my AF controls tied together. So as I just have one knob to turn, and that's bringing up my RF and my AF, and it brings up the AF to the point that, like I say, I don't have any suck up between the words as far as compression. Roger.
The words as far as compression. Roger.
Yeah, QSO. Yeah, I changed it there. I put my AGC to slow, and I turned the RF gain down to get rid of any background noise between the words there. So we'll see how it sounds on the recording, and I can make adjustments throughout the week, and hopefully we can give you a better idea next week. Anyway, let's go, Jim. You got a few minutes left there. Maybe you can grab another station there and help somebody else out. 7-3 for this afternoon, KC9VKV V3PCP.
Roger, Roger. And, of course, always we are recording now live till 5, so if you want to check out your situation, our call sign, KC9VKV, plus today's date, 10/1/21, I'll take you right to this recording. So 73 up that way, sir. As always, good to talk at you. This is KC9VKV, the Friday afternoon Qso-Vlog net. If you have a radio you want to check out, give me a shout.
If you have a radio you want to check out, give me a shout.